Project WET, which was first launched in the United States of America in 1984, is a non-governmental organization whose principal mission is to reach educators and communities of the world with water education. This gigantic project achieves its mission of worldwide water education by publishing water resources materials in several languages, providing training workshops on diverse topics such as water quality and water conservation. Vintage, Nestle Nigeria. The Project WET workshop made its first landing in Africa in Nigeria on October 26, 2012 at a choice environment in Lagos, Nigeria. It was a stately assembly of a sizable number of frontline teachers who by all indications are the apex of knowledge transfer in various institutions in Nigeria. Mr. John Etgen, the Senior Vice President, Project WET Foundation, showed the mastery of his skill as a trainer by giving the history of Project WET Foundation from its formation in the United States of America in 1984 to its spread to 66 other countries, with Nigeria being the 67th country worldwide. Furthermore, John Etgen took his captive audience through sessions of fascinating interactive lectures with a mix of practical, down-to-earth, simple experiments that involved the participation of all. It was important to establish the importance of water as the critical centerpiece of Project WET. With an inflated globe and participants throwing it around with specific instructions to record the point the right thumb holds the globe, it became clear that 71% of the planet Earth is covered by water.
So 70.8 or 71% percentage of the Earth covered by water. The important thing about Project WET is I want you and your students to discover the numbers for themselves. Because by discovering those numbers and discovering the lessons on their own, the messages will stay with them much longer.
The Lifebox identification tool, which reveals through a thought-provoking, interactive question and answer activity that water, soil, air, and sunlight are 4 essential factors needed to sustain life, was practically demonstrated.
There's water in the bottle and sun. And inside there must be air.
Immediately the box is opened, there is light.
Sunlight. Sunlight is the 4th building block of life.
Participants were broken into 6 groups to consider several poses about water. You should marvel at their comportment, the enthusiasm, the keenness and eagerness. It clearly accentuated their appreciation of broadened horizon and new vistas of capacity building. Furthermore, participants were informed about the role of water in the human body, that about 60% of the adult body weight is due to water.
What is the difference between a raisin and a grape? Is there any water? But it's mostly water. So where is it found within this grape? It's found in the cells. Just like within our bodies, there are cells. But when we cut ourselves, we are breaking the cell walls, and that allows some of that water, or in this case, blood, to escape. I can break the cell walls of this grapefruit, I think. So when I squeeze, lots of water comes out. But only because I am breaking the cell wall. So this activity is called Aquabodies, and you will see it in your book. Each of you will become a drop of water moving through the water cycle. And you will do that starting at this color bead. There are 9 stations around the room. You'll see them there. Each of the stations has a dice or a box. I would start at the green station. If I am first in line, I just roll the dice. Oh, move to groundwater. This is the groundwater picture. So I will come over to groundwater, which is way back up here. When I arrive at the station, I put a bead, right? I was at the green, I have a green bead, then I have yellow. Do any two people have the same journey, the same beads, in the same order? No two journeys in the water cycle are exactly the same. We have all of these people who want to use the same water. And guess what? That's all the water we have. We have a situation where you are managing your water very well, but you are facing a drought. There is very little water, and this indicates that you have to go under this barrier because there's so little water you must navigate under a time, and there's a time that it's under available. There's not enough water. Can you get it to sit on the ground once again? The important thing is this is how it works in real life, in that there are many, many water users that all rely on one water source. That activity is called 8-4-1, 1 for all. So as you can see, there are 8 water users for one water source, and it's 1 for all.
It's not only for teachers, very important for the pupils. So it's an interesting project.
This is one of the interventions coming into the education sector in Nigeria. Very, very much appreciated.
It will go a long way, as per the knowledge and understanding and the awareness of our teachers as regards the training of our children, our pupils, and our wards in school.
Certificate of participation was awarded to each participant. The facilitator, after his in-depth presentation, is as impressed with the positive attitude of these Nigerian teachers.
Oh my gosh, these teachers were fantastic. Really, this is my first time to Nigeria, but the teachers were excellent.
The sustainability of this project is very key to us, and that is what is really going to drive this initiative of collectively engaging in conserving and preserving our water resources.
This is one of our promise from our Creating Share Value initiative, because we, as much as possible, we know that we are users of water. At the same time, we are in water business, but to do this business in a sustainable way, it's important for us to lay the foundation in our children through the teachers. So we have trained the teachers, and we'll continue to train the teachers, who in turn pass this knowledge to our children.
This Water Education for Teachers project was purely conceptual, effective and skill-laden, and surely would build a worldwide network of educators, water resource professionals and scientists.